Yes. Yes. All right now. When you come in, I need everybody to click the thumbs up, which is the likes. I need as many likes as people that are coming in. Woo! Miss Fields, Marsha, what's up? Feds watching, what's up? Shoo, what's up? Miss Cha, what's up? Mm-hmm. File on in here. Soon as you come in, click the thumbs up. That's what you got to do when you come in. Come in, thumbs up. That's all. And go on about your business. You ain't got to do it no more the rest of the night. I don't know if they got hearts and shit on YouTube. Probably not. I don't know. Getting back feedback. I don't want that either. Shut up. What up? Good. Going off. The girl's only 3 years old. But let's go. What's up? Everything going on. Everything going on. I should have started the girl crying. Oh my god. Kids for sale. A child for sale. Well, two. Two children for sale. One is in mine, but you can have her anyway. It's a BOGO. Buy one, get one. Kids for sale. Children for sale. So, we'll see what's going on in the room. Look for more people now. I put it up on the Instagram. When I go live on Instagram, y'all be in there like that. YouTube is not hard to find now. Everybody said, "Oh, I don't want Facebook. I don't have Facebook. I have stalkers." All y'all got fucking YouTube. I don't know what takes y'all so long to get up in here. Instagram, that should be about 70 or 80 already. What up? What up? Y'all got to start putting your notifications on or something. You know IG be bugging. Everybody trying to. What's going on? The IE network. What's going on? Sherry, what's up? All right. Click the like button when you come in. Yes. All right. So the big talk of today is still what was the big talk of the end of last night. And that is the announcement of retirement for Nicki Minaj. Now, I know a lot of people don't talk about that's the trending topic right now. And you know we talk about trending topics. So we did see Lori and Puffy P. Diddy's. They're still together, so that talk from Steve Harvey didn't work. Because Lori's still getting her back blown out by that old man. So that talk didn't work. Lori see that bag, and she want to replace Cassie. Is Chris Brown's girl pregnant or is she not? I'm starting with the small story. Then while people are filing in, because they're gonna come in. Did I miss Nicki talk? Did I miss the talk about Megan yet? So we're gonna go over the small stuff, and then we're gonna start small. YG and Kalani. Sounds like a PR stunt to me. See, that's a PR stunt. Y'all be saying the wrong shit to PR stunt. So Drake and J-Lo, oh, that's a PR stunt. They don't need PR. What's up, Jimmy Ace? Rihanna and Drake, that was a PR stunt. Why would Rihanna, one of the most famous people in the world, why would she need to pull a PR stunt? Doesn't make sense. PR stunts are pulled for people who need public relations. For any sort of reason. Whether it be to hide their sexuality, whether it be they got something, that they don't want to tell people, so they try to distract you with something else. And it's for people who just came out and need buzz. First live, okay, welcome, Joanne Savage. Welcome with a V. Order! Sit down. We got a lot to talk about, mainly niggers. Joanne, you're going to have the time of your life. So, no more word on Kevin Hart. They're still trying to get the story straight that they're going to go with. I guess the story about the trainer's husband and Kevin in the car. Now they're not talking about the trainer no more. And then the car was a two-seater. Now it's a three-seater. And nobody's mentioning why Kevin Hart left the vehicle, went to his home, and waited 2 hours to call ambulance while his two friends were seemingly in the car, pretty much trapped. One thing we learned about that story, y'all better not never get into a little accident with Kevin Hart. Don't get into no sort of drama with Kevin Hart. Because that nigga gonna leave you for dead. Kevin Hart is gonna leave the scene. Kevin, help. I'll be right back. I got a plan. Where you going? I'm pinting the I'm pinting the car. Be right back. I got a plan. Where you going? Where's he going? Okay, Sherry, that's what's up. Left her for dead. So y'all don't get into no accident with Kevin Hart, y'all. Oh, now he's ejected from the car. But he got up and walked away from the scene. Wow. Kevin Hart's a bad man, huh? His bodyguard picked up like, baby, put him in the car seat and peeled out. Nice. Wow. People ask me, saying, "Oh, so do you think Jeannie Mae and Jeezy is a PR stunt?" No, because they fucked before. Jeezy. First of all, Jeannie Mae, that's her name, Jeannie Mae, Jeannie Mai, whatever. She been fucking niggas. She been fucking niggas for years on the low. That's all she really fucked with is niggas. So when she's fucking with that other dude, or Frankie, or whatever the hell his name was, Freddie, I think his name was, but she mainly likes brothers. In her heyday, a couple of brothers dug that out. She loves brothers. But when she's on the real, she can't really do that. But now she got Jeezy, and her and Jeezy, like I said, was talking before. They just wait to make it official. So, 43 in here, but not 43 likes. Let's go. Everyone that came in, if you don't know what the like is, somebody actually press dislike. Unreal. Whoever pressed dislike, y'all better go back and unpress that shit right now. Whoever was the one who pressed the down, you better go unpress it. I'm gonna find out who you was after live, and I bet you won't be in another one. Don't worry, I'm gonna find out who you was. Cause I'll replay it, and I'm gonna find out exactly when that. Cause it just happened not too long ago. I'm gonna find out exactly when it went to one thumbs down. I'm gonna find out who they said enter the room, and I'm gonna be on your ass. I ain't G. I'll find your ass. I got plenty of time too. So whoever went in there and clicked that dislike, if they still in here, you better unclick it before I find out who you are. You do it now, ain't nobody gonna know who you are. Sorry if you don't like the truth. So, Nicki Minaj. Now we gotta start on this. We got 50 people in here, let's start on it. Let's get to it. I'll probably get more thumbs down because people, like I said, people don't like the truth. Do y'all think Nicki Minaj is retiring? Yes or no? Let me see. Number one, hit number one if you think Nicki is serious about retiring. Let me see the number ones. If you think Nicki's really gonna retire. Hello? So nobody thinks she's going to retire. I said anybody who thinks she's going to really retire, hit the number one. So I don't see nobody hitting number one. So everybody thinks. If you think she's capping, hit number two. I mean, she can. If she wants, she can. But the moment she makes another record, that the record company's getting money for it. So you think she's being sarcastic? I remember one time she did that with the playlist was a bunch of names of fruits and all this other shit. Okay. Two. Most people think she's capping. I'm thinking to myself, she's playing around, but she's not playing around. I'm thinking she may say, well, I'm not making any more new albums. Or I'm retiring from making albums. Or she could just say, and G agree with me, she could just say, well, I met Nicki Minaj was retiring. But I'm Nicki Petty now. So I just make records under Nicki Petty. Or she could say, my last album is next year. And after that, I'm retiring. But I just want to let y'all know that right now. Because if you're retiring to raise a family, that doesn't even make sense. Look at all these people who are rapping that got kids and got a family, but they're still rapping. Cardi B. Lauryn Hill. Well, Lauryn Hill. I mean, the Illuminati ran her out of the game, but it wasn't because she had kids and she wanted to stop and have a family. That doesn't make sense. So I'm figuring it's going to be something slick like, well, I said I was retiring, and this is Nicki Minaj. But Nicki Petty isn't retiring. So but if she does, right now, from her saying she's going to retire, I don't know whether she's got some big old thing planned. And then she came back and said in the tweet, she's sorry for doing it so abruptly. It was insensitive to do that to her fans. I'll explain it all on Queen Radio. No guests, just me talking to my fans, and I promise you're going to be happy. So that's telling you right there that it's not all what he says. Why Nicki? My question is this. This is probably a important question. You are Nicki Minaj. Onika Mirage, a.k.a. Nicki Minaj. Why do you need all the shenanigans, the doing stuff for shock value and the hot takes, and why do you need all that if you're the queen? You don't need all that. If she changed her name, yeah, she's still a record company. Absolutely. She said she wanted to change her name back to Mirage. I don't think Nicki's pregnant. I don't think she's pregnant yet. She might try to get pregnant. I think she'll pull a Prince, because Prince did that. He was the symbol for a while, and then he was making records under the name The Symbol. Nicki could do that, come out with totally, she signed as Nicki Petty. Maybe she has a different contract for Nicki Petty. That would be funny. She found a loophole. She's got 2 record deals under 2 different names. I wonder, can you do that? But my thing is, why does Nicki Minaj feel as though she has to pull these shenanigans at this point in her career? That worries me more than anything. I don't know whether Nicki, again, and she's still taking these little, hey, I might as well retire. If you can out here and get awards without writing your, uh, let the payola or whatever, who the investigation is going to handle that, because when you continue to say it, you start to sound better. Damn right I'm bitter. Damn right I'm triggered. Motherfucking right. You motherfucking right I'm bitter. You motherfucking right I'm triggered. Get him, Janae. So, that shows that she feels that unless she does something, unless she does something to keep that, she feels her relevancy declining. Because that's what people do stuff like that for. Right? Like, you'll never see Beyonce, as much as I don't really like her. I'll smash Beyonce, though. But Beyonce is hot. Um, you don't see her coming on doing stuff for clout. You don't see Beyonce. You don't see Rihanna coming on doing stuff for publicity. And Nicki's up there with them. She's not on that tier, but she's on the next tier. She's not on the tier of Rihanna and Beyonce, but she is on that next tier. Right, now, she came out and said, if she came out, now Jimmy Ace, I'll come on your point. Pause. If she came out and said, you know what? Fuck the music industry. Y'all obviously don't appreciate real talent. It's getting to the point now where all the talented people nobody cares about. Maybe I'll go somewhere and hire some writers. And, if I can hire me some writers that I feel as though will resonate with the people, what they want to hear, then maybe I'll come back with an album with other writers just writing for me. Now, if Nicki Minaj came back with her next album, right? If Nicki Minaj came back, next album, and said, fuck this. Travis Scott, I'm fucking hiring Lizzo. I'm fucking hiring Missy Elliott. I'm fucking putting, you know, Meg to give me a record. And she had all these writers that everyone else is doing. What do you think people would say about Nicki Minaj? Drake. Drake. Would they let her rock like they letting Cardi rock? Huh? Would they let her rock like the way they let Cardi rock? Oh, so what? So what? She got ghostwriters. They would crucify her. Oh, you using ghostwriters? All that talk about writing your own bars and no, I disagree, Shanae. Missy gets treated very well. Missy got treated well. Cardi B's been treated well up until recently. Like I said, Cardi B's glow up. I've been watching and listening to hip hop since it's been hip hop. I have never seen a machine behind any artist the way I saw that machine behind Cardi B. I have never saw that, especially in hip hop. I've never seen politicians, sports channels, talk show hosts, people that don't even fuck with hip hop, other type of music. They pushed Cardi so hard like that because they wanted Nicki out. And they wanted her out fast. They had to come strong because Nicki has a big fan base. She's got a psychotic fan base. After the Beehive, the Bee Hate, as I like to call them, they have to be the second most psychotic fan base. They have to be. The Barbs. The Barbs are annoying. They're almost as annoying as the Bee Hate. Because it's almost the same fans. Gays, young people, lonely women with low self-esteem. Not saying all her fans are like that, but you rarely see straight guys who are barbs. Just like you're not going to see too many straight men who belong to the Beehive. So it's almost like the same crew. So they saying, well, Rihanna ain't retired. Rihanna ain't got to leave no note. She didn't retire. She didn't officially retire. So she's making another album. She's just not telling people. So the question is, if Nicki is retiring, let's say Nicki's retiring. Veronica Perry, okay. Let's say Nicki is retiring. Let's just say when she goes on Queen Radio, she's going to tell people she's really retiring. What do you think the reason would be? She's going to say, because I want to have a family. It's time for me to get married and raise my kids. But then the people are going to say, oh, now that she finally has some competition, now she wants to bow out. I don't think she's pregnant. It was all good when she didn't have any competition. Now that female rappers are popping, now she wants to leave because she can't handle it. That's what people are saying. I hope she don't want that. I hope she's not doing that because because she knows people are going to say that. She knows the Barbs aren't going to want her to retire. But if I was Nicki Minaj, I would say, I'm just giving y'all what y'all want. You shouldn't be upset because y'all want me to fuck out of here, right? Don't y'all want me out of here? Delicious. Don't they want me out of here? Okay, that's what I thought so. Y'all want me out of here. So I'm leaving. And I'm going to leave y'all to what y'all like. Because I'm sorry, I just can't do it. I can't let people write my rhymes. Cardi knows she don't care. Cardi told y'all she don't care about having a legacy. She don't care about being hip hop. She don't care about whether she's considered a lyricist. She only care about the check, pretty much. Yep, Lizzo is out here getting schmutted out. If y'all don't think they schmutting out Lizzo, weaseled his way in. Little man. Little big man. He think he bigger than what he is. Standing there knowing good and damn well he was straining. Trying to act like he ain't straining something. They probably called a damn hernia. So he's the winner in this whole thing. He gets a smash, Minaj, big cakes. He gets money. Right. So that's what Nicki's gonna say. Okay, I'll leave you to Saweetie, Cardi, Megan, and the City Girls. Have fun. Occasionally Iggy Azalea. Don't forget about her. Danny Lee, who I actually happen to like. Lizzo. Y'all won't let Missy make no more music because you ain't gonna buy it. Mm. Safari. What about Safari? Oh, pop locking. Yeah, probably. But you know what? Safari got to be laughing his ass off. I know if I was Safari, I'd be laughing my ass off. Because one thing that Safari can hold, when you was with me, you was popping. You was the most popular artist, male or female. Now, we're not going to say that was because of Safari, but the truth is the truth. The timeline is the timeline. The time she was with Safari, she had little white girls about to faint over her. The time since she left Safari, the industry's turned on her. The elites has turned on her. She made much better music with Safari. Much better music. Who knows? Maybe his one verse, his one line for Did It On Him. Say, and I ain't talking about Phoenix. Phoenix? Why would I say that? Because the Phoenix Suns, there's a basketball team called the Phoenix Suns. I like that. Okay. Let's try it out. Let's try it out, Scaff Beezy. Yo. Hey, yo. All these bitches is my sons. And I ain't talking about Phoenix. I don't like that. Can make sure I get my credit, yo. Make sure I get my writing credit. Because I said you ain't talking about Phoenix. Now I got to get a writing credit. So that's what people, a lot of people be, I'm saying a lot of people get fooled when they see a whole bunch of names. Oh, that nigga got ghostwriters. No. They could have said one line. He was. That was him. That was him hollering back there. He was happy as a F word with a dicks. When he was with Nicki. Boy, you couldn't tell Savari nothing. Oh, man. Him in the back screaming. Safari was riding high, boy. But on some real shit, she did her best music when she was with Safari. Now, we don't know what happened behind the scenes. Apparently, a lot of stuff happened where okay. But you gotta ask yourself, if Meek's old snitching ass never came into the picture, would she have ever left Safari? All the stuff she knew was going on, but she was able to play through all that and was on top. And the executives and the record labels, they liked Safari. They liked Safari. Because Safari was the only one that would not change her from being her. Nas didn't want her wearing the fake hair. Meek didn't want her doing the lap dances. Nas tried to stop her from the pills. He didn't like the pills. He didn't like when she wore the weave in her hair. Nah, queen. You need a natural look. You don't need all that garbage. You a queen. And take all that stuff out your hair, man. Take all that makeup. You ain't doing nothing but putting a bunch of pork on your face. You don't need all that. Damn. They got us all twisted. See, that's why you need to read that book. You didn't read that book, did you? That I left you. I need you to read that book, Queen. Nasir. You know, I ain't got no time to be reading no books. Damn. That's the problem. It's a problem with our people. You need to read them books I left you. Yeah. Nasir, I'll get to it when I get to it. Damn. Nas wanted to change her. Meek wanted to change her. This dude here, you know he tried to keep a tight lock on the pussy. Safari, Scaff, Beezy was the only one that was like, she could do what she want. I know I'm gonna be over here in this car with these porn stars. What's he doing? You gotta give and take. Why she being herself and why she doing what she do? I'll just be over here with these porn stars in the car that she financed for. That's the thing. Safari minded his business. Played his position, minded his business. And that's why she was always able to concentrate and make music. He wasn't up in the studio stressing like me. Hey, come on now. Man, you've been doing that verse since 8 o'clock. You can't get that verse. Man, I would have been smashed that. How many times you gonna go in the same verse, man? We got some fucking to do. Man, the shit I be talking about, man. Better hurry and get that fucking verse down. I'm trying to fuck tonight. That's how Meek be giving it up in the studio. She can't concentrate. Safari, how long you gonna be, Nick? Nika, how long you gonna be in here? All right, I'll be back in 4 hours. I'm taking a Bentley. But he didn't harass her in that studio. She was able to make them hits. She was able to make them verses. So say what you want. If she's gonna be with dudes who are problematic anyway, if you're gonna do it with a dude that got felonies, got 15 mugshots, don't want you to be yourself, don't want you to wear your wig, wear your makeup, you might as well go back to the original dude. At least you know your career still be popping. Or did she say, now that I've linked with Megan, now that I see that if I turn this over to Megan, it'll be in good hands because I ain't turning it over to Cardi. I'll turn it over to Megan and it'll be in good hands. Maybe she said that. You know? Yeah, talk about something, because they won't get their head busted. Nigga, stop. You gonna bust somebody's head through a computer screen? I like to see that one. I'll consider you the baddest man alive if you can hit that computer and somebody on the other side come out with a busted skull. I'll say you the baddest man alive. Yeah, I'll say you the baddest man ever if that happens. Well, yeah, she respect Meg's hustle. Well, again, I'm not gonna diss nobody's come up. Now, Cardi's original come up was not manufactured. That was a real come up. They found her on Love and Hip Hop. I mean, they found her on Instagram and YouTube, right? Because she was getting views and stuff on Instagram and YouTube. When she got recognized and Mona Scott started seeing people, started going to her videos, and then Mona Scott found out that she rapped. Now, at first, Mona wasn't even going to put that in. But she found out Cardi B rapped. She's like, oh, this might work. Now, once she got her foot in the door, it became manufactured. But her come up was pretty genuine. But once she got in the door and they took a look at her and said, light skin, she's got Latino in her, she's got Latino audience. Oh, man. Get on the phone right now. Tell him to pull a plug on Remy Martin. What? Trust me. Mike Kaiser. Julie, get in here. I got a brilliant idea. And Julie, anybody with a dick, she gonna listen to. Here, let me put this dick in your mouth and then I'll tell you about my idea. Okay. Okay, Michael. I got a brilliant idea. Just picture this. Picture this. The Latina stripper that turns her life around. And in the meanwhile, who, if you look at her, who does she bear a resemblance to? If you look at her from afar. I don't know. Who? You're not seeing what I'm seeing. Come on, light skin, about the same build, about the same height. She may be a little taller than this girl. So Julie was like, well, she looks a little ratchet. It's Julie Greenwald. She looks a little ratchet in the beginning. So I don't know. What we need to do right away is get that grill fixed. Because that grill is ratchet. We got to get her teeth fixed. We're going to start on the marketing. We're going to get the marketing first. Because she already raps. But you know, all her raps are like, you know, nasty raps. Everything is nasty. We're going to get her some songwriters, put together some smashes. And we'll just work on the marketing and let her personality just carry her. That's what it's all about now. Nobody gives a fuck about talent. It's all about the personality. And she's got a lot of that. Goes out loving hip-hop. Only has to sign on for 2 seasons. Didn't really have to get involved with nobody. Didn't really get no fights to mess the brand up. They knew what they were doing. Everybody's like, she's the one that don't never fight. Don't never have no storyline. Julie said, we're going to give her a bag. Mona Scott, who was pretty much responsible for her getting a record deal because they've seen her on Love and Hip Hop. You know, Mona Scott got him signed to something. So then, if Atlantic want to buy Cardi B, you're gonna have to pay Mona Scott. Oh yes, good old the biggest exploiter of black women. Not the Kardashians, not Leah Cohen, not Andy, whatever the fuck his name is that does the Housewives, Andy Bravo, whatever the fuck that queen's name is. Mona Scott Young. Andy Cohen, the biggest exploiter of black women. Her own people. Well, if they didn't want to do it, they had no one forced them. That's Mona Scott's. Even when we sat down with her, that's her rebuttal to everything. Well, nobody forces them. That is true, Mona. Nobody forces them. But come on. You're going to throw millions of dollars in the face of people who have never seen that type of money in their life. You don't think they're going to take it? 9 times out of 10, you don't think they're going to take it? Not knowing what the hell they're getting themselves into? Of course they're going to take it. Now, were y'all just not saying nothing, or did the move start? Did the move just stop moving? I said the move start rooming. That the room just stopped moving. Yeah, I'm gonna be having them girls escorting. That's how they keep making money. Hazel E, freaking what's her name, Sky. You know, all of them. Up, you got money somehow. You got to keep it going. You got to keep it going. Lexus, Sky. The only one that you would think is an escort that isn't is Nicki, Nicki baby, And that's only because she was a spoiled kid. She was born into money. But she still had her suspect moments. Went out with fucking Floyd, was fucking Ray J. I'm sure if we looked, the Marley Marl dude, I'm sure if we looked and grab a couple more people. But I fuck with Nicki Baby because Nicki Baby minds her fucking business. Like she's pretty much about her money, and even though she got the fake plastic body, I fuck with her more than anybody on that show because she minds her fucking business and she gets her paper. That's why I fuck with her. Yandy, don't nobody come to see her Otis. Nobody want Yandy. I just come here to get my checks. That's all I'm doing. I'm just coming for checks. Sure, Yandy. And they're cutting you so many checks. With your fake ass wedding. That did not happen. Drake. Did Drake smash Nicki, baby? He smashed Princess. I don't know whether he smashed Nicki or not. But I believe he smashed Princess. Rosa Acosta. They did have a fling. Nicki and Rosa Acosta did have a fling. I know that for a fact. They wasn't deep into each other the way they tried to make it on Love and Hip Hop, but they did have a fling. That is a fact. Masika. Yeah, Drake. Drake usually make good on the ones in the pictures. That boy Drizzy don't be playing. He got a bucket list. He trying to take them all down. Nope, and they can't say what happened. And for a whole year after reality TV, a whole year after they're no longer on the show, they can't work at another network. I couldn't sign that deal. Y'all got me tied up here and I ain't doing nothing. I can't even make no money because I'm tied up with you. So I can't get on another show because you got me tied up in this fuck ass deal and won't let me out of it. That's the type of shit Mona Scott be doing. That type of shit Diddy be doing. Lock you into a fucking contract and won't let you out. You should have read the contract, Playboy. I mean, what you want me to do? Straight smiling. This is business, Playboy. You should have read your contract. You had the contract for over 2 days. Did you or did you not have the contract for over 2 days? You got to read the contract, Playboy. Sitting there like this motherfucker. What is that, Perry? What's the question? What's the question, Perry? They don't. Desert Storm, she don't. All she care about is the money. You see, she snaked Yandy for the show. If she's and Yandy's supposed to be her best friend. If she snaked Yandy for her own show, she'll snake anybody. And Yandy sat right there like an idiot. I'm still friends with her, still talking to her. No, what they do is there's a monitoring period. Like they don't put you under MK Ultra right away. No, they gotta monitor you and see where you're at. And if they see you breaking down and y'all just started, like Nicki got put under MK quick. Because when she used to be in the studio, now she wouldn't say this in front of me because, like I said, me and Nicki aren't close friends, but I would come to the studio with the twin, like one of the twins. Like she know these twins back from Jamaica. And they would always come to the studio, or one would come by, and the one would come by itself was my man. So that's how used to get in the studio with Nicki. But when she started talking about the industry and shit like that, like she would never discuss that in front of me because I was a civilian in her eyes. But the shit that I would hear that they would tell me she was saying is saying her mind was blown. She said, I never, ever, ever would have pictured the music industry to be like this. And she'd ask people, has it always been like this? So all of those greats before me went through this? And once they tell her yes, she's like, I guess it's normal. See, that's how Nicki took it on at first. She took it on as, well, okay, well, I guess this is how I'm supposed to be treated. If everybody else had to deal with it, and they made it, well, but then when she started seeing stuff and Nicki at first couldn't handle it. They put her under MK for a while, and that's when they created, you know, they teach them to bring another person out. When you feel as though you can't do this, channel an alias. That's why that's why they created Sasha Fierce. That's why Mariah created her alias. Then you just blame it on the alias. Channel into your inner person. It's kind of like being drunk, except worse. You know how people get drunk and then they get courage? And it's not and they just use, oh my God, I'm sorry, I said that I was drunk. Nah, you just had courage, liquid courage. That's why they call it that. You start getting that liquid courage in you, and now you say, I'm going to say what I've always wanted to say, and then I'm just going to blame it on being drunk. But nah, being drunk ain't no excuse for you saying what you want to say. Right, that's the reason why they create these aliases. Taylor Swift created an alias. T Swizzle, Tay Tay. T Swizzle's the rebellious one. Sasha Fierce, Beyonce, Mariah's Mimi. Oh, that wasn't me. That was what's the one? Bianca. That was Bianca. That wasn't Mariah. That was Bianca who did that. So now we're gonna see Meg. Meg is a girl in school. She's in the college life, and she's rapping. When they come to Megan and say, you got one or two things. Are you finished with school yet? No, I'm not finished yet, and I can't really go on tour until, let me tell you something. We don't wait for anybody. Either you want to go finish school and become a social worker, and they try to make it seem like those jobs are trash. You want to become a social worker, a teacher, work at some rinky-dink hospital. You can finish school and do that. You want to be a star. You better let us know. You've already had enough time. We showed you what we can do in a short amount of time. Look how many people's already heard of you. Look how many people just started following and mentioning you out of nowhere. Let me ask you a question, Megan. Do you honestly think that you got all that just because you're just that fucking good? No, what are you talking about? What do you mean? What I mean is, you keep on and take too long finishing these classes. And trust me, you won't have to ever worry about a tour. See, once she starts, the bigger she gets, and the more influential she starts getting, they say, fuck school. We need you out here in the circuit. You can always go back to school. Right now, they Megan The Stallion's in demand. The whole world wants to see you. Yes, Riri's down. Hate to say it. That's my girl. I love Rihanna. Rihanna is down with the GOAT. And I don't mean Michael Jordan. Correct. Listen here, you can sign this and go right back to your homework. Make it seem so easy. Oh, you're gonna have to hurry. Take your time. Take my time, okay? You take your time, but don't take too long. We got a plane leaving in 3 hours. When John leaves here in 3 hours, he wants that paperwork with him so he can take it back to the office in L.A. or take it back to the office in New York. What's it gonna be? We've really done a lot for you in a short period of time. Yes, I know, and I'm very grateful. If you're grateful, what are you waiting on? Our lawyers have been here. It's in here waiting. Let's go. They try to coax you into it, make you put the money. But how much your mother? How much is left on your mother's house? I don't know. Not to Megan because her mother's not around no more. Whatever's left on the house, you don't have to worry about tying up loose ends. Whatever's left on the house here, send us the bill. Now, how about that contract? Send the bill. Yep, send us the mortgage. Send us the deed. We'll have this house paid off in 7 days. I have the house paid off by Monday. Your family won't have to worry about paying mortgage. We'll pay the house off. Now, how about that deal? You see, the more and more you don't do it, the more and more they come back with other stuff. How's those bus rides for your mother, Megan? Somebody else comes in. Man, it must get pretty, tiring. Mom taking the bus every day like that in the city, especially. Yeah, it does get pretty tiring, but she's kind of used to it now. You know. Think your mother would enjoy, a new Benz? A new Benz? Of course. Well, good, because we got it right outside. Look out the window. Oh, my God. That's for my mother? Absolutely. Paid for. Don't even have to pay a car note. Now, how about that deal? That's the way it goes down, man. They make it so you just cannot refuse. not refuse. God forbid you come from a struggling family, never had no money. Like what did Cardi B say on a record? The only one in my family that sees 6 figures. Damn, your family poor. If you the only one that sees 6 figures, yeah, your family ain't got no bread. Oh man, when's the last time your daughter had new shoes? It's been a long time, we just do what I do to get by. Make sure you take her down there. Here, there's a gift card. Take your daughter down to, you know, the children's place. Tear them all up. Tear up the stuff. Unlimited. Get everything you need. Oh my God, I don't ever know how I can thank you. How about that deal? Eventually, you run out of reasons to say no. TV hosts, you ain't got to, again, it really depends on what you're looking to do. You looking to be, just an honest TV host like the weather girl, like the traffic girl that we always laughing at. Yeah, okay, I'm just a regular traffic girl, or I'm just a regular TV host, like, you know, the people on Entertainment Tonight or Access Hollywood or what have you. You know, not making extreme amount of money, but you're working a job, but you're working in TV. Okay, nothing too crazy. But once that little miniature contract's up, they're gonna make sure they pay you just enough to wet your whistle. Like, oh man, this is good. And the second contract is always the big one. I'm in my second contract. This is where I get all the money. This is where people make all the money. In the second contract. This is where I make all my money at. Oh, you got a negotiation coming up today. A negotiation hearing with the president of the company. Oh man, I can't wait for that. I'm gonna ask for a raise. Go in there with the executive. Yeah, I did 3 seasons and the ratings were pretty good. Got a lot of good feedback on all the scenes I was in. So, I'm hoping that for next season you can increase, my airtime because, I need to get seen more so I can book some more gigs. This TV show is great, but I want to concentrate on what's going to happen after the show's over. I agree. So you want some more camera time, huh? Yes. I would love some more camera time. How bad do you want that camera time? What do you mean? Just as much as I've ever wanted anything in my life. That's good to know. You're on the phone. Marsha, send the girls in. Oh, Marsha, and send in 2 of the boys too. Looking like the girls and the boys. The fuck you call them for? Here, going back here with them. They're going to talk to you for a little bit. Talk to me. Yeah. They're going to discuss, they're going to negotiate with you. They're going to discuss some new terms. Take you in there. You want more camera time? What's going on? What's going on? Hey, you said you wanted more camera time. You said you wanted to negotiate your contract. Well, I didn't say I wanted to do all this. You don't have to. See you next season. You can leave and we'll see you next season. In your little role, once every 2 or 3 shows. You know, I don't know how well that's gonna do. You got a kid, one on the way. That's how it is, man. That's how it is. And you don't know how many people that walk into that room and say, "Ain't no way that nothing they can say is gonna convince me to do it." You leave up out of there ashamed. How many men? Ain't no way no nigga giving my hole. Ain't no way in hell no nigga. I wish a nigga would. I'll die first. Getting there and start talking that shit to you about that money and bitches and this, that, and the other. Then it turned. Man, all y'all though. See, now you done got it down to all y'all though. All right. Instead of all these dudes, how about one of them? It's fucked up. It's fucked up. It's fucked up. But money changed a lot of people, man. Changed a lot of people. And that's why they start with the hypotheticals. You know? Somebody offered you $50 million. They play these games with you. All that same, all those, you know, art imitates life. So the movie Indecent Proposal, right? That's a movie with Demi Moore and Robert Redford and Woody Harrelson. And in that movie, if you've never seen it, Robert Redford, who is a rich guy, rich businessman, offers Woody Harrelson $1 million to let him fuck Demi Moore for one night. Right? And they start off playing this game called Hypothetical. That game is played in Hollywood. When you're in that room and you're talking about the contract and you're talking about coming on to this company, that game is played. Let's just play a game. It's just hypothetical. Hypothetically, would you suck a man's dick for $50 million? Suck another man's dick. $50 million. $50 million? $50 million. Man, I don't know. I don't know if I do it for 50. See? Not no way. I don't know if I do it for 50. About 75 million. 75 million? See? Once they start repeating the number, 75 million? And they just start thinking, how long is it going to take to suck a nigga dick? Dang. When I'm done, 75 million. See? Just hypothetically. We're not saying, we're going to give this to you. It's hypothetical. Nah, I don't know, man. How about this? Hypothetically. Would you let a guy lick your ass for $50 million? Some of them dudes do it for free. Okay, if he's gonna do that, I'll probably do that. Well, my girl do that anyway. I'll probably do that. Yeah, but you know, they have to get something out of it too. What if would you have sex with a guy? Just kiss a man, just touching, no real sex, kissing, touching. Oh man, I don't know. I don't know, man. $50 million. I don't know. I don't know. Nah, I don't know if I can do that. You don't know, huh? What would you do with 100 million? Now, you see, he said, I don't know if I'll do 50. You know, $100 million. You know what you can do with $100 million? Now you see, he done switched to 100 right in front of your eyes. He was just talking 50. Really, you wouldn't do it. You know what you can do with $100 million? 100 million. Oh, you didn't say 100. Oh, so 100 is a different story. See, that's how they get you. That's how they get you. They do the same thing when it comes to your children. When you try to get your children involved in music, I already dealt with that. Try to get your children involved in music and modeling and acting and this, that, and the other. Oh yeah, take her in here and see how she responds to the camera. We have to take her. Oh wait a minute. Where you taking my? Just going back here. Let's go back here. There's other kids back here. Just going. We're going right here in this room. Just stay right there. Look back there. See other kid. All right. All right. What could happen? I'm right here. Take them back there, and they don't need much time to get into a mind of a child. They don't need much time. Mm. What type of candy you like? Lollipop. It's a fucking shame. When I think of it, I just burn up. Lollipops. Okay, why don't I give you a lollipop? And if you can run through these lines, if you can repeat these lines right here without messing up, will you say another one? Yep. I have two lollipops. Don't tell your mommy. Run through them lines. They don't get them. Oh, you're not getting a lollipop. You're not going to get it. You can't get it. You didn't do those lines like I told you. Come out of there. Kid, get them fucking lines down pat. So, we see a lot of potential. A lot of potential in your son. Really? He killed it in there. Killed it in there. Now, they done fed him the lollipop. So now he wants more lollipops. So he ain't going to tell you he had a lollipop in there. They said, don't tell your mommy. She's going to take it from you. Come out of there after a session or two. We want to sign up your child to do some minor. Oh my God. Really? It's just some minor things. Right? Oh, it doesn't matter. Just, you want to sign him? And then the moment they hear sign, they just start thinking dollars. wow, my child's going to be fat. I bombed out as a model. I spent all this money on Barbizon, and I really didn't go very far in it. Now, they love Susie. They think she's got a lot of potential. Bring her on back for them. We'll we're gonna put her in some things, some dress rehearsals. Get her used to getting changing in and out of her clothes. Before that time comes up, right? Before you meet with them again and that time comes up, they're gonna give a phone call to the parent. Always just checking in, making sure they're okay after your audition. Oh yes, fine. She was fine. She's telling everybody she's so excited. They find out how so. They want to find out a little bit about you guys. Where are you from? Oh, right now we're staying in Brooklyn. You know, and what do you do for a living? Oh, I clean houses. Just for now. Oh man, clean houses. That must be pretty tough. Must be pretty tough time. Especially I have 4 children, and I have to really work. I have 4 kids, and just gotta. Oh yeah, I bet you work hard. That's got to be tough. You know. What, does your husband work a lot? Now they already know she ain't got no husband. They already know her situation. They already know she ain't got no boyfriend. They know all this shit already. They done did the research. They done figured it out. But now they're gonna come back and ask you because they want you to tell them, or they want to find out whether you're not telling the truth. Well, no. Me and my husband divorced. Oh, what type of man would divorce someone like you? Oh, thank you. Right?